All right, guys. So welcome to this live session here with your host, Trade FX. So as we do every weekdays, we look at the Forex indices and metal markets. So hope everyone had a great morning here on Wednesday. Day going to be a very interesting day overall. Today we have the Fed interest rate and a few other high impact news here in Canada. So let's get on to it. So we're going to look at the calendar as always. So in the calendar, what we have here is we had some GBP news here. We had core CPI that was at 2, so that was 45 minutes ago. And that was basically 3.6%. We're expecting 3.7%. So based off of that, that was negative news. So it was negative in regards to what we're expecting, but it was, if we look at compared to last month, it was still lower than last month. So we should have some good reaction here off of that. And other than that, we had at 9:45, we do have CAD news. That will be at 9:45. A lot of CAD news here. The overnight rate, the BOC price conference at 10:30. And as I told you earlier, and since last week, that we have the Fed fund rate reimported at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So we have Chairman Powell that will be speaking in regards to the rate here. So that will impact the stock, basically every market, especially crypto, because when the rates cut, there's a rate cut here in regards to the economy. Most of people will put their money here in the crypto market. So like I said, that should be starting the halt season here. Hey Leon, hope you have a great day so far. So perfect. So let's close this. And we are going to look at the one of a few things that I created here for you guys. And if you want to have full access here, like I said, you need to be on our Discord. So make sure to go on the YouTube channel. You should see a Google form, fill it out, and should have access to a few things here. Hey, how are you? So this is my own app that is called TV Alert app. So TV is short for TradingView. So basically, this is an alert app that provides you some setups that I have on my end that you're gonna have on your end. Okay, so you're not gonna see the actual indicator on my chart, but most of the alerts that you're seeing here, those are based off of institutional liquidity, and you could use them as a reference to take trades to see exactly if the trade makes sense. So do not take all of the alerts. Make sure that you analyze the alerts very specifically. And what's cool with that alert here is that it's going to give you the actual direction, if it's a sell or buy, the actual time that the alert came in, and the date. So as you could see, the last alert here was Hong Kong 50 alert. So Hong Kong is an NDC. So all of the alerts that you're seeing here are NDC based, all right? So those are the alerts that came in here on the Asian session. So we could look at seeing exactly where it's at right now. And I'm going to check here. And also you have the price and the actual symbol, right? So when the alert comes in, you're gonna hear it. All right, so this is the actual alert. What's gonna happen here? Okay, so basically the alerter, it's like I said, it comes from my custom indicator, and it's pushed out to that app, so you could have the alert, and you have to make sure that you, if you're taking a trade like that, you able to identify exactly if it's a trade to take or not. All right, so that's one thing. Let me check if there's any question. Where can I get that app? Yeah, so this is an app here that is offered here to our Discord members only for now. Eventually, I'm gonna push it out to the masses here. But if you have if you want to have access to it, make sure to go on my YouTube channel. Okay, you should see a link on my first pinned video on my YouTube channel. There's a Google form there. You have to fill it up, and we could set up a call and see exactly if it's a good match here on working with me. But most of what I'm doing here overall here is that I'm giving you some pointers of what to see in the market, and it's good. The app is really good in regards to give you some setups, but I have other tools that I'm going to show you in a few minutes that will help you a lot in regards to trading. I know Leon here can vouch for that because he's in the group and he's been in the group for many years. Is the founding group member, and I was close. It was only a private group, so it's basically one-on-one session that I'm doing with you guys. And if you have any questions, you have access to me 24/7 on Telegram. And yeah, that's pretty much it here. All right, so I'm gonna close this, and I'm gonna show you other things. So I have also make sure that. All right. I have also indicator that is called Nova. So that's what you're seeing here. So Nova is an actual trend indicator that will provide you some directional indication here in the market for buy or sell. So for example, here on German 40, on our session here currently, we're going to be looking at German 40 and UK 100 because those are the two for London. Those two indices are good to trade on London. But as you can see, since yesterday London session, it was selling off, and we did had a sell setup here on at London, and hopefully, if you have the app here access, you should have taken that trade, and that was a pretty good sell off overall. So it sold off until the end of the day. So from London to New York, you would have hold on to that trade, and you will be well in profit here. So right now, as you can see, we're looking for a buy setup here. So we're gonna wait for the price to break this trend. I would say cloud to be able to see to get a bullish movement here. All right. So the the TV alert app has this included here. So basically, it's going to give you the actual entry based off of the liquidity of this trend. So if you were there yesterday, you had the entry that came in after the trend was confirmed for a sell, and we're well in profit here. All right. So that's Nova. The second one, I'm just gonna see if there's any. Okay. Yes. Exactly. Is it free? No, it's not free. So eventually, I'll provide some free access here, maybe for a week or so. I'll see exactly by the end of this week. So make sure to like and subscribe to my channel to see any updates in regards to that. If you're talking about the app, it's not free, but for anything that you're seeing here on the screen, guys, you need to have. It's not going to be free, right? I could provide for access for 1 week, starting next week, like a week access, and then we can discuss afterwards. Okay. So secondly, you have the fair value gap edge. So this is another indicator that I created here that will provide you with the fair value gap in the market. And as you can see, the fair value gap here that you have here was based off of 1 hour. So we're currently looking at the 15-minute chart. And all right, so we have a German 40 buy. So it just came in. And you could hear it in the back here, guys. And we're going to look at it afterwards. All right. So if we continue with the expansion here of fair value gap edge, this is providing you with the fair value gaps here. So basically, some gaps in the market in regards to bullishness and bearishness. So when the price goes into those fair value gaps, those are powerful move here to take sells. Sorry, this is bearish. Sorry, I said bullish. It's bearish. So because it's the reason why it's a bearish fair value gap is because the price is going lower and it's providing you with gaps here going lower and lower and lower. Okay. And what's happening here in the market is that every time that you have bullish or bearish fair value gaps here, the market needs to go and fill out those gaps. Okay. So those are liquidity zones that the market needs to fill out. All right. So, and to be validating for fair value gap, it's because of 2 or 3 candles here going down that are just going straight down that are providing you with fair value gaps. And as you could see big candles here. So those are fair value gaps. All right. So that's good. Next, the next indicator here is called EMXAI. So if you're been with me for a long time, this is one of my first indicators that I created. And guys, I am a software engineer, so I've been trading for the last 12 years. Started in 2013, starting with binary options, then switched to Forex. And then I'm transitioning right now with to trade futures. So I may have a futures prop firm. If you're good, you like prop firm here. There's one that I'll be associated with, and when I'm gonna have all of the information for you guys, I will provide it you. But it's not a prop firm that everyone knows, but most of the prop firm here, you have to futures prop firm, you need to pay monthly, and this one you don't have to pay monthly at all. It's a one-time payment, and when you pass the challenge, there's an activation fee, and you're good to go. So when I'm gonna have all of the details here, I will provide it to you guys. All right. So this is EMX AI. So this is a average directional index indicator with the volume weighted average price. So a VWAP, and you have also a POC. So it's point of control. So those are terms that you may not know, but those are highly institutional indicators here that are implemented here with that indicator here that you're seeing, and I'll give you some setups here and your TP zones. All right. So for example, this one had a buy setup, and as you can see, you had TP1, TP2, TP3, and then price went up. And if I do a replay, I could do a replay here for you guys so you can see exactly how it works. All right, so as you can see, you had that buy here that came in. And if I let it run a little bit, and as you can see, price went up till TP6. Okay, so as long as the price going in your favor, it's going to give you other take profit zones here. Okay, so the highest point that the price went here was TP6. So that was basically a 1 to 6 risk to reward for that trade. Okay, and then start, not even, it was more than that. So it went to TP10. So, and then started to reverse. And also, when you see that, you get out of the trade, you manage your trade, all that cool stuff. And for the other one, I'm just gonna see if I have the high-low level. Yeah, so I have the high-low level. This is another indicator. So it'll give you support and resistance zones off of previous market setup here. So as you can see, you had this highest point here that was a previous resistance zones off of the 30-minute chart. But as you can see, you have other zones here. So you see the price went, when price reject like that, that means that the price is going what was rejecting off of a previous resistance or support zone. And as you can see, you have multiple the biggest blue, the blue and the red, basically the big blue line here that you're seeing here. This is a previous support that was switched to resistance. And what I do here when I see price in the past, and I want to make sure that I'm gonna get out of the trade, I just put a line here, horizontal line off of the previous support or resistance zones. And as you could see, if we go to that current price action here off of the replay, you see that the price went to that region and started to reject. Okay, so that will be a good indication here of getting out of the trade. So this is a higher time frame support and resistance zone, and that will be a good indication here to getting out. Okay, so this is the high-low level indicator, and I showed you the EMX AI indicator. Okay, so all of the indicators that you're seeing here, with the education, with my access to me, it's all included in the package here that you have with me. So as you saw here earlier, we had German 40 for a buy. We're going to look at it here in a few seconds, but that's the gist of it here overall. All right, so I'm just going to cancel that replay. I'm going to look at the current price action. And we're going to open Nova. Boom, boom. All right. So currently we have a bullish confirmation here in regards to German. I'm expecting the same thing for UK 100. If I load it up here, as you can see, UK 100 is giving the exact same thing. So eventually we should get a buy signal here if we have liquidity that's coming in the market. So the institutional liquidity will provide us with a buy setup here, but it may start to reverse going lower a little bit more, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna go up here. Why? Because we do have some fair value gap here in the market on UK 100. So if I load up fair value gap, those are 1 hour fair value gaps. And as you can see, we have multiple setups here. Okay. So I'm expecting to have the price to get to go fill those previous bearish fair value gaps here that was done since yesterday. Yeah, so we have Euro 50. So this is we have I think it's a sell setup that we have. Yeah, so it's a sell. So this one, it's if I'm looking at the Euro 50, so EU 50, we may have a continuation here on the downside, but the setup was already been done here, uh, based off of the trend. So I'm more comfortable taking the trade if we have like for example a sell for any indice or any other markets. It's better to take the trade at the beginning of that switch of trend. Okay. The reason why is that the actual momentum was already done, and when you it's better to ride when, let's say you're in a carnival and you have a roller coaster. It's better to start getting in the roller coaster at the beginning before that big move going down, right? Because this is where you're gonna get the rush, and it's most exciting, not when it's consolidating like this. So when you start getting in a ride, you're not excited at the beginning. You're excited at the middle, because this is when you have more adrenaline, and at the end you're cooling off. So right now it's the cool off zone. So that's why I'm not, if I have that that EU 50 trade, this is another NDC. I wouldn't take that trade, right? Because the move was already been done. So always take the trade near the start of the trend. As you can see, at the start of that trend for a buy, that was profitable. That was consolidating here a little bit, and then you had a small move here for a buy, and then a big move for a sell. All right, so make sure to like and subscribe, guys. I'm going to be doing another live here later on at New York session. That'll be at 9:15. Like I said, we have some big news here today for the Fed rate. So we should be having cuts in the US for the race. So that will really impact the overall market, and also that will maybe start the alt season here for crypto. So if you invested in any cryptos here for the last couple of months, you should be happy here in a couple of months here from now. We have a lot of news here in regards to ETFs and some investment here in regards to once again XRP, so Ripple, and you have Adera, you have HBAR, you have also Ethereum, Bitcoin, XLM, XDC. So multiple cryptos that will be popping off here in a couple of weeks, couple of months. All right. So for now, we had the German for buy, and we have also UK Euro 50 for a sell for now. So this is the alerts that came in here. So I'm just gonna show you guys the alerts. All right, so this is the two alerts here that came in. So we had buy on German 40, and we have a sell on Euro 50. All right. And then I'm gonna show you exactly another indicator here that I created here that will be on MT4, MT5, but I'll show you on the MT4. And this indicator here is called, I'm just gonna make sure that it's loaded here. So this indicator here is called the support and resistance edge TM EA. So this is providing you with support and resistance in the market. And I'm just going to make sure that I'm on the 50-minute chart. There you go. All right, so what's good with that indicator here is that it's going to provide you with some zones that you should be looking at in regards to the market. And as you could see, I'm going to go on the left side here. So let's say you took that sell on UK100, and you want to know exactly where to put your take profit, stop loss, and all that stuff. It will provide you exactly the zones to put your stop loss and take profit. And what's good with that indicator here is it's a trade manager at the same time. So if you're taking a trade and you want to put your stop loss at maybe one level above the entry, since it's a sell, and your take profit like at two levels after the entry or even more, you're able to select that right here on the level section. Right now it's at 1 to 2. So basically it's a 1 to 2 risk to reward, basically, depending exactly on where the entry was and where you put your TP and stop loss. I'm just gonna make sure that. There you go. So you see you have the blue lines and the red lines. So the red line here are resistance zones and the blue lines are support zones. And when you see support and resistance line near each other, those are big, high impact levels that the price may reverse off of it. And as you can see, the price consolidated here multiple times here. Try to break this zone. I'm just gonna remove this. There you go. You see the price consolidated multiple times. It's tried to break this zone 3 times. One time here, second time here, third time here, and then started to go down. Oh, just gonna make sure that I'm showing you guys. No, I'm not showing you anything. It's so good. All right, so let's repeat. So this is the support and resistance edge trade manager. So this is a support and resistance zone indicator here on MT4, MT5. And what's good with that is that it'll provide you with the resistance and support zones here. When you, for example, you're taking a trade. So we had the trade here on UK100 yesterday, and I'll show you exactly how you would put your stop loss and take profit. I'm pretty sure the entry came in around here. All right. And then let's say you put your stop loss at one level, that'll be the level here. So before at that swing, or maybe above that swing, you would have taken you put your stop loss, and your take profit will be 1 to 2, 1 to 4, 1 to whatever. And as you can see, 1 to almost 10, 11 risk to reward. The maximum levels that you could put your your take profit here with the indicator automatically will be up to 5 levels after your entry, and you could adjust it manually. And what's good with that is that if you adjust it manually, you could just adjust it to the next levels that you're seeing here. Okay. And since we're looking for a sell, you could remove the resistance zones and just focus on the support zones, because those are previous support levels of interest. And as you could see, price went way down and went to this level right here. Okay, and started to create support. So the support zone was right here. But as you can see, price went up. It went to that fair value gap, because that was a fair value gap. If we remember on the trading view, we had a fair value gap here and started to tank. All right. So, and you're able to place buy, sell, close your trade right from that indicator, and you could select the lot size that you want to take a trade off of, and the higher time frame for your levels can be selected here. Right now it's at 1 hour, and I always use the 50-minute chart with the 1 hour higher time frame to take my trade off of that. So that's perfect. And you can select your stop loss take profit. All right, and you see, and you have the high level support and resistance zones, and this is the current time frame. So this is the 50-minute time frame support and resistance zones. Okay, so if you want to put your zones off of the 50-minute for the to see your levels, you're able to do so. But if you're using the trade manager only works on the higher time frame. All right, so that means that if you're looking at, like, let's say the 50-minute, you have to change it to 15 instead of looking at the 1 hour. So click on 15, and then you open the 15-minute. So that's pretty much it on that. All right, so let me go back and see if there's any questions. No, nothing. All right, perfect. So that's pretty much the gist of it here, guys. So for now, we're at German. So if we go back here, I'll pull up German here on the screen. Let me make sure that I have. All right. So this is German. So German should be in profit currently. And like I said, we do have a big fair value gap here that is created here. It went towards those previous zones in the left side. So if I remove, I'm just gonna make sure that I remove here. So there was a big fair value right here. It went up to that 50% and started to go lower again. So this is a zone of interest right here. So it went lower than that previous cell that we had right here. Okay, so that cell was filled out in full, then went higher to take some liquidity at the top, and then started to break down, and this is where we're at. So that's why I'm looking to go long right now on that German. So it should be going good here for a while. Perfect. So if there's any other currency you want me to look at, we could do that too. We could go on trading view and see what else. Yeah, I was going to look at the GU or GJ. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna look at them right now. Let's look at GU because we had some GU news at 2 o'clock. And as you can see, the news, you see that we were on Nova, we were bearish here on GU since Asian session. So what way before the news event, we already had that bias here that we're going down. It was a sell-off, and the news pushed the price lower. Okay, because there was negative news. It was 3.6. We could go back here on the calendar. If we remember at the start of the call, we had the calendar. It's going to pull it up here. Oops. I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm just going to pull up the calendar. Show you the calendar, guys. All right, so at the start, at 2 o'clock, we had CPI for GBP, and it was negative. Okay. You could click on it, and you're gonna see average actual greater than forecast is good news. Is good for the currency, right? But it was lower, so it was negative. All right. So when you have that information, I'm just gonna go back here. When you have that information on Nova that you have trend, all right, and we have negative news on German on GBP. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for a reaction to go up. You have to sell the news, right? So as you can see, the price went up and tried to reach. It went to that level here of the sell, that sell trend level, and started to tank. Okay, that's and I didn't have to look at the time because I knew that this candle here was that news candle. That's actually 2 o'clock, the 2 o'clock candle. You see, it went bullish at before news. It went up to take out some liquidity and started to trade down. Okay. So if we go on GJ, it's gonna load up GJ. Boom. So GJ was bearish still. But on any, if you're trading British pound and you have news on British pound, I would highly recommend you guys to trade anything that is US based. Okay, not the yen or US based. Even GCAD, you could trade GCAD when you have news. I'm just gonna see if I have a GCAD here. And yeah, even I think GOD would have been good too. No, not even. See, it's gonna look at GCAD. Yeah, even GCAD did the exact same thing, but the best one was GU. All right, so that's why if you're trading like the British pound at London, it's better to just focus on GU. All right. So GU, Euro USD, if you're trading Euro at London. So Euro USD, GU, those are the main ones because most of the trades that they're doing in the world is with the US. So it's better to just focus on those. All right. So that's how do you have to look at the market is which country is trading with which country. Okay. So if they're trading a lot against each other, you're gonna have more volatility on that currency pair. That's common sense. So if for sure you're gonna have more trades between British pound and US than British pound than and Swiss, for example. All right. So that's pretty much the gist of it. So let's see if we have anything else. So Germany is looking good right now. So it's still pushing in the upside. Fortunately, yesterday I wasn't on the live. I wasn't able to take any trades because of my injection that I had with my eye. So, but yesterday, and because of that, I didn't open any trades or any automation trade because we also have automation here. I do offer automation here, and all of the trades were going down yesterday. All of them. It was beautiful, beautiful. But it's all good. So German is in profit right now, so that's perfect. So I'm still looking to have bullish momentum here on the upside for German. I'm just going to make sure. And guys, if you have any questions, don't be shy, guys. I'm doing those lives here for you. Still working on my end. I'm still working in the background. When I'm not doing lives, I'm still working on a few stuffs here that would help you succeed in the market. And once again, I'm also a coder, so I create my own indicators. So and if you want me to code your indicator, just let me know. I do offer that service too. And I'm also finalizing the Renko Advanced EA, so that we could use in conjunction with the Nova to take buys and sells. So that's pretty much it on that. So let me know if you're in a trade right now and what you're looking at overall. So we had German for buy. You have Euro 50 for sell. Let's look at Euro 50. I wasn't that keen of that signal, but we may have a push in the downside. Like I said, it's still consolidated here a little bit, so I wouldn't have taken that trade. I would have taken a trade for sell if we had any sell at that point right here. But for now, we only have two alerts. And at New York, we're gonna have maybe a bit more alerts. We also have gold. Gold was selling off here. We did have a gold signal at Asian session, I think. Let me pull up. Let me pull up the alert, the TV alert app. So I can talk about. So if we scroll down, Yeah, so we had a gold for sell, and that was at 9 9:13. At Asian session. So if we go back on the chart and we're gonna pull up gold at around time, you're gonna see exactly if you were if you have taken that signal analysis correctly, you would have been well in profit here. So 9:15 is, I'm gonna put a horizontal line, not horizontal, a vertical line at 9:15. Boom. So you had a sell signal right there. Why you had the sell? Because you had a sell trend that was created here, and that was at near mid New York session, near the end of New York session at 12 p.m. Right, and then at 9:15, you had institutional liquidity that came in. Right, so when you have those two combined, you're gonna get the alert saying that you have institutional liquidity that came in the market in a downtrend. That's why you had a sell signal. So if you had taken that trade at Asian session, you would have been well in profit right now. Okay. So that would have been, let me check here. That would be around here. Just gonna see how many. Oh, the short trade. And the risk would be have been, I'm just gonna check here. Boom, boom. Right about here, right about here. So So that was pretty good, a good setup here overall for gold. All right. Yeah, exactly. But I'm pretty sure that yeah, for sure they're gonna have a lot of manipulation. But today we should have some manipulation here near the interest rate confirmation. So we may continue to sell off here in the market. So we should maybe have a downtrend in the market, and then afterwards the news should spike the market here on the upside. right, so that goes that gold trade was good too. German still well in profit here in the upside. And Euro 50 still in consolidation here a little bit. Let's look at the $905. $902, $905. Yeah, we had a buy on Japan. Japan 225 was a small win here. Not small, but it was pretty good in the upside. So that was at 905. So originally we had a sell and then it switched for a buy because it was at the end of that trend and the start of the new trend. So that's why you had a buy here. And then the price pretty sure went to a zone and started to bounce off of a previous zone. So if we load the high-low level, yeah, so it was bouncing off of those two levels here. So, and you have that level that was created here afterwards. So it was trading in a range current at that time. Now it's bouncing off of that that zone, starting to go up. So we may have to maybe go higher here afterwards, but this is the gist of it. Gals, I'll keep that open so we can see levels. But German right now is still bullish. We do have a zone right here. Don't have anything else here. Do have zones here that was created. So currently in some, we should have some good momentum here in the upside. We have also some setup here, the levels here in the top. So that'll be good to see. So expecting to have the price to go higher, maybe around this zone right here. All right. So that was the first fair value gap here that was breached in the upside. So you may start to fill out that fair value gap here in the upside here. So that first level here, that may be a point of interest here for you. And the second one will be this one. All right, so If you have anything else, guys, we could look at it right now. If not, we're going to close the session. And remember, you don't need to be on the charts 24/7, guys. When I trade, I'm here like 15 minutes before market open. The exact same thing that I'm doing here with you guys. So the session start at 3 my time, Eastern Standard Time. So 15 minutes before, so 2:45. I'm already ready to look at the market. First thing that I do is looking at the news calendar, and then I see exactly, okay, where I'm at in the cycle of a trade. As you saw at the beginning, I told you guys German and UK 100. I'm expecting to go long for on those assets, and then I just wait for my alerts on my TV alert app. And if I have a buy or sell and it makes sense to take the trade, I take the trade. Okay. And I'm not here to take like multiple trades in a session. I could take one or two trades per session, and you should be good with that. So you put your stop loss, you take profit, and you just monitor it a little bit. And with your trade manager and all that stuff, you're able to just get some peace and quiet, get some sleep, do something else, and you just rinse and repeat. You do that every single session. New York session, I'll do the same thing. 15 minutes before, I'll open my chart, look at the news events, if there's anything, look at where I'm at in the market with Nova in regards to direction, and then I just wait for my entries with TV alert app, take the trade, let the trade manager take care of the trade, and that's pretty much it. So with experience, you're gonna be able to be less and less in front of the on the chart, because if you're in front of the chart every single day for multiple hours in a day, this is considered as work, and that's not what we want. We want to have time freedom. So it's better to work for maybe 2 hours per day than working for 8, 10, 11 hours per day, because I know people that are looking at the chart, London, New York, all in between. It doesn't make sense like that. It's better to trade with the banks, with the institutional. So that's why what I created here, especially with the alerts, because the alert are institutional liquidity alerts. So basically, it looks at the actual transfer of money in billions and in millions and trillions of dollars. And when you see an imbalance in that, it provides you with the actual direction, if it's a bullish move that we're expecting or a bearish move that we're expecting. And it always goes with the trend most of the time. All right, so it's near the top of the hour. All right, guys. So, great session. See you in the next session. Thanks, no problem, Leon. No problem. So, in a few minutes here, I'm going to close it out, guys. So, if there's any questions, just ask them. No problem. If you want me to look at another indicator, not indicator, but another market, we can do so. So pretty simple, guys. Don't listen to anyone else that says that you need to be on the charts 24/7. Doesn't make sense. Banks are not there 24/7, and I took my time to understand exactly how the bank work, especially in trading, so you're able to trade with the bank. Okay, so when you trade with the bank, you're trading the same direction as the bank, and you're going to be making more money by doing so. All right. So, and the way that I explain you guys is pretty simple. And with the tools that I have in my possession, you should be profitable here in the long run. All right. So we're gonna close it out here in about less than a minute here. If there's any other questions, if not, we'll close it out. And we're gonna have I'll be back here at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. So the um, the um, the live is already pending here on my YouTube channel, so you could create a notification here for to not miss my live, my next live. And finally, if you want to have more information here on working with me, and you want to have an actual mentor or coach, I'm here for you guys. And it's not that expensive here compared to anyone else in the online space. And I'm pretty chill, as you could see. I'm in my pajamas, making trades, and showing you guys how everything works. Right, and sometimes you're gonna see my cat in the back, passing by, and all that stuff. So that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you so much for being on this live. Make sure to like and subscribe as always, and we'll be on the next live here at New York session with your host, yours truly, Dre FX. All right, so peace and have a great one.